ready to go outside? You ready to go outside? Okay, let's go outside. Yeah? Ready to go outside? Yeah, ready to go outside? Okay. What's up, my YouTube people? Thanks for coming back to see just what I do today. I greatly appreciate you clicking on this video and watching. We are, as you can tell, back here in the pups room. I'm in the middle of rearranging the whole pups room lately. As you can tell, we got a bit more room. Oh, back up the camera. Bit more room at the moment because if you remember, this wall had the rabbit cages on it. Well, they're outside at the moment. They're getting all cleaned up, and I'll bring the rabbits back in if I have to. If the winter gets too bad. What's up, Bubba? What's up, Bubba? Did you get too thirsty? Yeah. This is Big Bear. This is Little Honey. Oddly enough, this is Big Sister. This is Little Brother. They both are Daisy's pups. You see her a lot on my Friday videos. But anyways, we're in here in the pups room. I have the rabbit cages out. I'm shifting everything around as I said before. And yes, that is a TV right there. It funked out on me, so I'm in the midst of fixing it. Hopefully I can fix it and not have to buy a new one, because that was a Black Friday special. But anyways, trying to fix it. I think it has something to do with the memory board. But that's not why you clicked on this video. This video is you wanted to see what new creature I acquired. Are you a creature? Are you a creature? No, you're a sweet little hiney. Yeah. Oh, here comes Big Bear. And there's a Big Bear. He's a handsome boy. Yeah, they look nothing like their pops. Look, this one looks almost identical to her mama. Oh, don't lick the camera, Bubba. Look, you snotted on the lens, you booger. It's okay, it'll dry. But anyways, the new creature I acquired is over here in a makeshift tank at the moment. Let's see if it'll come around. I think it's impatiently waiting to go into its new tank it's sitting in front of. It keeps staring off that direction. But without further ado, let me see if I can show him to you. I don't know how well you can see him. He's on the other side of the tank at the moment. But that right there is an oxalot. It is not a fish. It is an aquatic lizard. He's still a juvenile. They'll get pretty much almost double that size. Now he does have gills. Let me see if I can turn the tank around and get a better look at him without freaking him out. They are rather sensitive creatures. There. Now you got somewhat of a better look at him. He's got gills. He's an aquatic salamander. They are in the salamander family. They normally reside in high mountain areas from like New Mexico and whatnot. That's where they normally come from. But as you can see, he's staring at his new tank, because this is his temporary tank. Now, I got him from one of my aunt's friends. She had one left and didn't want to sell it to a pet store, so she asked my aunt if I wanted it, because I've had one before. I had an albino one some time ago, and he was 3 times this size though, so he is extremely a juvenile. So I've had them before. This was the last one. His name is Obi-Wan, because he was the last one, or last hope. But she said I could change his name if I want to, so let me know down in the comments if I should leave it or if I should change his name. Leave a comment down below on what you think of that. Should I just leave it and call him like Little Dude? I don't know. They're interesting to watch. They're very odd creatures. I call them creatures. But let me show you the tank setup real quick. Let me set up the camera and we'll go through it. I'll give you a little info on how to take care of these guys, these little pups. So here is the axolotl, the new creature's tank setup. Now, he is awfully small. I could keep him in this small tank right here for quite some time, for a couple months, but I'm gonna put him in a new tank anyways with a filter, because this doesn't have a filter on it. Now, axolotls do not like a whole lot of water movement. It freaks them out because, again, they live in the high mountain areas and streams and whatnot. But I have back behind there a sponge filter. In my opinion, I'm not an expert on this. This is just in my opinion from my learning. A sponge filter is best. It doesn't put a whole lot of water movement into the tank, and you don't have to worry about their gills and stuff getting sucked up into the filter and being ripped off. I had that happen with my old one, and also my tiger salamander before he morphed, because he looked a lot like that and then he morphed into a salamander and came up out of the water. But anyways, they love cold water, so I will not need a heater for him. Yeah, they think it's a dude. But do not need a heater for them. You do want to keep the water as cold as possible. Now, you can get a circulator to where it circulates the water and keeps the water cold, but those darn things are expensive, loud, and bulky. The trick I use, you know what, let me go grab one real quick. Okay, I'm back. Now the trick I use, as I was saying before, to keep their tanks cool, is you can get a fan and set it on the top and have it blow across the top of the water. That works okay, but my way to keep it cool is just to get a bottle. That's not what's actually in here. I don't drink that. This is from my aunt's house. I just grabbed a couple. She had them sitting there. But I fill it halfway with water, and then I'll just set it in the tank, and it'll just sort of bounce around and help keep the water cool, because it's only halfway filled with water, so the air bubble helps keep it buoyant, so it'll bounce around and help keep the tank cool, because with them, the cooler the water, the better. They like cold water. Now, yes, this tank isn't filled all the way because he's a juvenile. I don't need that much water in there yet, but as he gets bigger and grows, I will fill the tank all the way up. And it's best to have a tank with a lid on, because sometimes they can jump and be rambunctious and go up the side of the tank and not realize, that's the top and there's no more water. And then you also need a water conditioner. You can see it sitting there back behind the tank. I use the one made for aquatic amphibians, because that's what he is. He's an amphibian. He's in the salamander family. That's what I use to condition the water. It gives the water a slight blue tint, which won't do a darn thing to him. But it's good for all aquatic reptiles, so that's the kind I use. When they are super small, smaller than this, like first hatched. Yeah, you learning something too, Bubba? Yeah, you learning too? Learning something new today? But anyways, when they're smaller than this and sort of first hatched. Oh, he spooked out right there. He didn't want to be on camera. Hold on, let me kill my phone. It wouldn't be a video if my phone didn't go off. But anyways, when they're little tiny, you sort of start them off on brine shrimp, and then you move them up to bloodworm cubes. Now, he does not eat a whole cube right now. He only eats like a quarter of a cube, which I'm sure he thinks he's starving at the moment. But I'm going to feed him in his new tank rather than in here. And you just drop it in, and the cube unthaws, and the little worms, they're not alive, but, they float out in the tank, and he eventually finds them because they have rather crappy eyesight. But that's okay. And then eventually I'm going to get the pellets. I'm going to see if I can find the sinking pellets to start feeding him. Not now, he's way too small. And then we can move up to earthworms, and it's best to keep a variety. Do like pellets one day and like the earthworm the next day. The more you feed them, the faster they grow. The faster they grow, the more you got to clean the tank. Because we'll have to probably clean this tank every other day or every 3 days, or we'll see how mucky it gets. But yeah, so that's my new creature, an axolotl. That's his new tank setup. We're gonna go from there. Oh, you'll also need a water siphon to clean the stuff up at the bottom. I don't have any substrate in the bottom. You see, it's straight glass. They love hide-a-holes. You have to have a hide-a-hole with them. Now, I've had these in several different tanks. I believe they're actually for hamsters, but they'll work perfect for him. Oh, you alright, Bubba? But, you can use a jar, you can use the Xterra reptile hide-a-holes, you can use an old pot, you know, a terracotta pot, you can use an old coffee cup, you know, any sort of hide-a-hole is great for them. And they do not like direct light either. Yes, this is a very bright room at the moment. I have the shade open to my right. There's a big window. But that's why he has so many hide-a-holes, so that way he can hide. I think this will be perfect for him. And then I just put a big flat rock in there just for something different for him to walk on. I picked that up in one of my trip videos. I just looked around for a nice sized flat rock to put in here. Now I may get some more and put some more along the bottom, or I may just leave it like this. Now you want to be careful putting gravel in here, because anything, when you put food in here, they'll suck up anything, and sometimes they can suck the gravel up with it. And then they get impacted because they can't poop it out. But sand is usually the better route to go. And this is all in my opinion. If you have a different idea, leave a comment down below. I love reading all the comments. But I may put sand in here. I may leave it just like this. I kind of like the way it looks this way. You can always paint the outside back of the tank just to give it a different look in the back. But this is my tank setup. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below in the comments. I greatly appreciate all the comments and anybody who watches. But yeah, so every other day or so I'll come in with the siphon and take out 20% of the water. You don't want to do a full cleanup because that freaks them out and kind of kills the ecosystem going on in the tank. So I'll come in like every other day or so and take the siphon out. I have one with a pump and take it out. I also have a really cool feature coming, believe it is tomorrow. You'll have to stay tuned in another video for that because obviously I don't have it today. It's a fun decoration to go in the tank. I think it'll be really cool. I can't wait to see it. I think it's gonna be awesome. But anyways, he's in here with all kinds of other stuff. This is a big ass cabinet in here. I have goldfish in that tank. There's one right there. I think there's like 3 in there, 3 or 4. I just get the cheap ones because then if they croak on me, then I'll just go back and get a bunch more. And then he's also over here with Umox. He is a crested gecko. Yeah, I've had him for quite some time now. He's in this big, huge aquarium by himself. His name is Umox. If you know what that's from, leave a comment down below. I doubt anybody will figure out what Umox is and what it's from. But yeah, that's his setup. There's a lot of leaves and stuff in there, and hide-a-holes for him too, and he's got glow rocks in there. Now I may get glow rocks like that and put them in Obi-Wan's tank too, because those are too big. I don't have to worry about him trying to swallow those, because those are like 4 times the size of his mouth right now. So we could put those in the tank and have it just glow at the bottom. But yeah, and with Obi-Wan, you want a mesh top, because you don't want to trap in the air. And you don't need a hood with a light. You don't need any of that because they do not like light. Too much light on them. Now I do have a light in here. It's more over here on Umox. Again, that's my crested gecko. But yeah, so we are going to scoop Obi-Wan up right here. and see if he likes his new home. So let me get the scooper out and see if I can scoop him up and put him in there, because his tank has been sitting like this overnight just to adjust the filter and get everything ready and the water quality and whatnot. So the only thing left to do is to grab that little dude with a scooper and put him in his new tank. And I brought my underwater camera with me, so maybe I can get a better shot of him for you in his new tank. So let me grab the scooper and we'll put him in the new tank and see how he's doing. So there he is in his new tank. I think you'll like this one a lot better. A little bit more room to swim and whatnot, and he's got fun new things in it. So, as you can see, he's just sitting there going, what the heck just happened? I'm in all clean water, but I feel like I'm starving. Yeah, because today is feeding day. But let me pull out the other camera and see if I can get you an underwater shot. So there he is. Hope I got a decent underwater shot. But I'm sure he's hungry, so I'm gonna drop in a cube. Now normally he doesn't eat a full cube, but I'm just gonna drop in a full cube anyways. We'll see what happens. We just slowly sink to the bottom, and we'll see if he notices them. Let's see if we can knock off a few into the tank here. I'm going to try and only feed him in this corner, so that way when it's feeding time he associates this corner with his food. I think that should be enough for now, so I'm just going to stick the rest of this square back in the freezer, and that'll be good for another feeding. See, he just gulped him up because he thinks he's starving. He's not starving. Yeah, they have really horrible eyesight. You'll just see him put his nose down to the bottom, and then he'll stare at it for a bit, and then he'll gulp it up. He's a-looking. They're kind of entertaining to watch for a while. They're kind of goofballs. Yeah, they'll kind of kick it everywhere, but that's alright. Now, if you want to see how I do a water cycle on these guys, on this dude, he just gulped up another one right there. If you want to see how I clean the tank, which is also called a water cycle, let me know down in the comments. You know, I'm not an expert on this, I'm still learning, but I know enough to keep them alive and happy. So I guess that's a good thing. So yeah, this is my new creature. Now this is where the crab used to sit. I put him in a different tank, a little smaller tank. This isn't the tank he was in. This is a completely different tank, a new tank. Yeah, I think he looks extremely happy. He's a bit more active than he was in that little tank. I think he'll be a lot happier over here. And they are messy little buggers. You wouldn't think so, but you do gotta keep on top of cleaning up their poop and whatnot because it does raise the ammonia in the water. But yeah, say his water was rather on the warm side on warm days, and obviously I don't have a cooler because they're just too darn expensive. I'll take my bottle of water here and I'll just set it in the tank. See, it stays kind of buoyant and just sort of bounces and flows around. I'll back up the camera, Idjit. There we go. Just sort of bounces and floats around. Now I do have more than one in the freezer, so that way when this one completely unthaws, I pull this one out and I can put a new one in when it's a really hot day here in Colorado. So that's how I keep my tank cool, is I just put frozen bottles of water in there and they just sort of float around the tank. Now you could fill them up all the way and just have them sit in there, but I kind of like the floating thing. It kind of circulates the cool water more, but I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, if you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comments, or if you have any suggestions, I am open to any suggestion. But yeah, so that's my new creature. He is an ocelot, which is an aquatic amphibian. And so far, he's doing really well. I think he's really going to enjoy this new tank. Stay tuned to see the cute little fun tank decor I'm going to put in here. It's only one little dude, but I think is really cool. It's going to be interesting. I know there's a lot in here right now, but it's more for the surface of the tank. But yeah, I think it'll be cool. So I think that's going to wrap up this video for today, of you getting to see my new creature. And some of my other creatures in here too I've never shown before. But yeah, he's sitting there checking out his food. That's more than enough food in there for today for his size. Now if you want him to grow really fast, feed him every day. If you don't want him to grow so fast, then feed him every other day. But yeah, he's too big for the other food right now, so we'll be on bloodworms for a while. But that's okay, because there's a lot in the pack. And they're not that expensive at Pet Supply Plus. That's where I get my stuff. But anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. I'm going to go outside with the little puppers and take care of all of my outside animals before my battery dies on this camera, hopefully. So here is the cute little puppies. We are in their room. This is their hangout room. This is where they were born. So they associate this room as safety. Oh, Bubba. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's getting ready to jump down again. But yeah, if you want to know more about my TV too, and how I'm fixing it, please leave a comment down below. If not, then I won't bother making a video about it. But there's a sleepy honey. She's getting impatient. She's ready to go outside. You ready to go outside, sleepy honey? Come here, Bubba. Big Bear. Big Bear. Come on, Big Bear. We gotta close out this video together. You got me in it too. Are you playing peekaboo? Is he playing peekaboo? There's a honey. There's a honey. Come on, Big Bubba. You know, looking at him, you'd think Big Bear was older. Nope, not even close. I'm lucky he's still here. There was a lot of trouble when he was born that I had to do to get him to stick around. But I'm very grateful he's here, and that spot on the camera right there is when he slobbered on the camera. So I'll have to take care of that when I shut the camera off. But anyways, thanks for watching Justwhatido today. I greatly appreciate you clicking on this video and watching all the way till now. Oh, honey, say thank you. He says, come back around because I'm cute and you can see more of me. But anyways, again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to whack the like button. Leave a comment down below on any suggestions or questions or whatever you have. And I'll catch you next time on Just What I Do. Oh, I'm also on Facebook. Just What I Do is on Facebook. Oh, and don't forget to check out my Friday videos. They are trips to the Colorado mountains. You'll see the leaves changing and how much snow gets up there this year because we go every week, any weather. Lately there's been a lot of rain. But it is what it is. We make the best of it. So I'm going to stop rambling because there's only 3 minutes left on this battery. So again, thanks for watching Just What I Do. Check out my Friday videos. Don't forget to whack the like button. And I'll see you next time on Just What I Do. Ready to go outside? You ready to go outside? Okay, let's go outside. Yeah? Ready to go outside?